Welcome to this special Batman Day episode where we've been doing specials all month, but this is what we're calling the Batman vs. Batman or the Batman Day Battle Bracket.
BattleBots.
Battles.
What we've done is we've applied the method that you see for NBA brackets to every live action version of Batman.
Do any of us watch the NBA?
No.
It's
How
a
do we know?
standard tournament bracket.
Yeah, I played enough tournaments to know what a tournament bracket looks like. But this is the Batman versus Batman. And we thought it would be fun to do it live so that people can comment if anyone's checking us out. And what sucks is, I'm going to say this every time I do anything live, is I really hate that Elon Musk is taking off the ability to stream to X unless you pay for the X subscription, because that was a awesome tool that was able to reach people easier and faster for live broadcasts.
I agree.
So
Darn corporate bastards.
everybody's cheering Elon Musk, but that's one of those things that just really is frustrating. So
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Elon Musk right now that much.
we all got our drinks.
And I got Batman,
So for
and I'm
first,
ready.
we're going to talk the first round of brackets. I have reference here. Okay. So the first round.
Let's do it.
Let's pull this up. Is now, as we get started, I do want to say how I did this. I wrote down every Batman's name, then put a number. Then I wrote a number on a tiny piece of paper, crumbled it up, put it in a jar, shook the jar up, then drew to assign who versus who.
So you took it in a bottle, you shake it up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pour it? Pour some Batman on me?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Just little by little. So the first battle, like I said, after this, we is the OnStar Batman versus Robert Lowry.
Ooh.
So OnStar is who?
So OnStar, I had the actor's name in my other set of notes, but the OnStar Batman is what we've come up to, like when we talked about Bat Caves and Batmobiles and we started discussing things. It's kind of an amalgamation of different bat suits. It's the Clooney suit painted black with no nipples, with the Kilmer.
Oh, you got to have the nipples.
With the Kilmer hood.
The symbol's more Kilmore too.
And it's the whole Kilmer cowl with the Keaton Batmobile. And they did several OnStar commercials with this. So who do you think is going to win in a fight between these two Batmen? Brian, I'll let you go first.
I don't know. Lowry's got some pretty heavy spandex there. I think he's a little bit more flexible. While OnStar Batman's actually got armor and looks a bit tough. I think in a one-on-one fight, is there any prep time? Is prep time a factor in this battle at all?
Nope. It's all the Batman's got. It's kind of like a Secret Wars. They all got, put into a room and then they just all of a sudden are getting pulled out 2 at a time to fight.
My money's on OnStar Batman in this fight.
All right. Solomon, OnStar Batman versus Robert Lowry Batman.
I'm going to go with OnStar, though. He just looks tougher, and I really think he can just. He has armor, like Robert Lowry tries to hit him in the chest. It'll kind of block it, and then it hurt more for Robert Lowry because he doesn't have any armor. So,
armor is an important factor, Solo, in my opinion. And who has more gadgets?
Yeah, I've done this before, but just by myself. I've done this before.
So we have a professional here.
Sonic characters and Shadow one. So I don't know about you, but yeah, I have to pick OnStar.
Okay, James.
I'm going with OnStar. Just the version that he plays and jumping off of buildings, flying, things like that. He's definitely a more experienced and versatile Batman.
All right. I think I too will go with OnStar because the armor, and I'm pretty sure that he would just whip the crap out of the other one. So, all right.
OnStar.
All-Star Batman pulls like a Michael Jordan or whatever. The Michael Jordan still a basketball player?
Now, this next one is going to be fun, but I think some people
OnStar moves in.
get be upset with this one. But here we go.
This next fight,
Bale
that's a good
versus
one.
Conroy.
Who's Conroy? Jim,
Okay.
my brain's not.
All right. I have some questions.
Okay.
Is this strictly the picture we're seeing here? This Batman?
Well,
Or are we factoring in animated series?
it's the live action versions. So since Conroy played the live action version,
He did play a live action version, and in this version, he did like kill Superman, and he was very effective. I think what he's asking more is this one who's 5 minutes from death in the suit, or like
Exactly.
when he was able to kill off Kryptonians and stuff. Because if he was able to do that, he takes down Bale no problem.
Yeah, I'm kind of like
You know what I mean?
if the argument is at this very moment, in this very scene, could Bale whoop his ass? I'm gonna say yeah, but this dude did kill Superman, so
Oh, this is hard.
I'm gonna go Conroy because he killed Superman. Like, even though he's pretty frail here, I still think he killed Superman. I mean, he killed Superman, so I'm gonna go Conroy, and also because he's the definitive Batman in animated series wise.
all right. So Brian's rationale is solid.
He killed
Solid.
Superman. That's the main thing he got going for him.
So hard.
Yeah, but see, my thing is if my I'll talk. Okay.
This is so hard. Like, I'm going Bill.
Going Bale. All right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Dang,
This is,
your
this is
turn.
the tough of the bracket, guys.
Wait. I have another question.
Mhm.
Is this Bale Batman Begins, or is this Bale Dark Knight Rises, where he has a bad knee?
It's just his Batman period.
His Batman period.
Yeah.
So like the end. So Conroy's is at the end of his run. So Dark Knight Returns would be the end of his run for Bale. That Batman versus Conroy's Batman.
Yeah.
I would like to change my answer. I'm going to say Bale.
Okay. Because all right, you're saying Bale. James, what do you say?
Final answer.
I mean, like if you go at like who would win kind of, if you're discussing on who would win, it really comes down to like the feats, the things that they were able to accomplish. You know, it's if we're specifically saying this moment, like I said, it would have to go to Bale, but I would say that Conroy would take this fight if he was like in his Batman youth or prime.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the real tough
But
argument.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. If you
Yeah.
say in prime,
In their prime, Conroy all day, every day.
but here's my
But
thought.
Is this exactly what you're trying to get? Is the image we see here when he's like,
Well, this is
when
the
he-
only image of him in live action as Batman. So
well, that's what I'm saying. But when you talk about like a who would win in a discussion on being judged on who would come out on top,
the only thing
you
that
discuss the things that they were capable of doing and the things that they did.
so we know that he
So-
killed Superman.
Yep.
But here's the thing.
And most of his villains, right?
Here's the thing. We don't know the context of it, so all we know is that he killed Superman with a.
But he
kryptonite.
clearly lived and fought in a world that was much bigger, much grander, and much more difficult than anything that Bale fought against in his.
That's a
Technically,
dang good argument.
Yeah.
That's a good argument.
Uh,
All right. For me, Conroy, final answer.
All right, James. What do you say?
Conroy.
All right, I'll go Conroy.
Oh no.
It's
That was
okay.
a really tough one.
Oh.
That was a very tough one,
It,
obviously.
it was.
All right, so the next one's fun as heck. Ready? Keaton
Woo!
versus West.
Oh.
Ugh,
Ah.
where's Dave when you need him?
Honestly, West threw more punches, man.
We,
True.
So today, as part of our Batman Day celebration,
dang.
Because Taria was a big fan of the Adam West series, so
Oh, no, no.
we watched and the Riddler was her favorite villain, so we watched the first 2 episodes of the Adam West 66 with the kids today, just kind
Heck
of
yeah.
in honor of Taria, and also just kind of reintroduce certain things about that show to the kids for someone to have this discussion.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with Brian. Keaton versus West.
Oh, I'm gonna take a drink here. All right. I think what it comes down to is that West always has something up his sleeve. He always has some device, some gadget to get him out of any situation, any and all situation. But none of his villains were trying to kill anybody. They mostly just rob stuff, and like put people to sleep or whatever. But there was like no violence there. Keaton's gonna come out at him like hardcore with, like get these hands. So because of the aggressiveness of Keaton over West, I'm gonna choose Keaton in this. In a fight, mano a mano, I don't think it'll be an easy one because West is gonna be prepared for things, but West doesn't have the killer instinct that Keaton does.
Okay, Solomon.
I agree. I have to go with Keaton because I don't know if Wes would survive Keaton because Keaton might be like really, really strong. That's my choice.
I love these Batman. That's why it's so tough.
So right. My choice is Keaton. For reasons earlier, like he's got an armored suit.
Yeah.
He's effective, and you certainly got that aggression. I was giving it kind of a joking, Adam West has thrown more punches, but
Bam, biff.
It's Keaton.
Yeah.
He's thrown punches, but there's never been like just like really stop. It's more like subdue, calm down, let me lock you up. Where Keaton's like, here's a bomb strapped to you.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what I was gonna say. Keaton would strap a bomb to him.
When Keaton hits them, it's most of the time one hit and they're down. You know what I mean? It's like put them down for the count. West, they're always coming back, so it's a big old long fight.
All right.
But
So
Keaton straps a bomb to him. West goes, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
for everything said, I'm going Keaton as well.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Wow,
No
versus
shade to
Kilmer.
West.
Ooh.
Wilson versus Kilmer.
Oh, okay. Forever versus cereal.
Yeah, it's a cereal. It's the other cereal.
This is easy.
Brian.
Kilmer because he has nipples. That's it. I mean, the nipples are gonna do it. Kilmer is a better fighter. He's a little bit more edge. Armor, better gadgets, and he has nipples. Nipples is what's gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Solomon.
Yeah. Kilmer. I think he just gonna really beat up Wilson.
All right.
James, Kilmer, martial arts, armor,
Yep.
gadgets. Yeah, he's more well-rounded.
I'm gonna say Kilmer because of on this one, but the thing the one I want to influence is going back and like seeing the opening scene of Batman Forever, where we actually see Batman fight more. He's more agile. That suit was made a little bit more to have movement to it. To actually see him fight the way he does in that movie was a big upgrade from what we had seen in Batman Returns. And even the way that Schumacher shot that the fight scenes and stuff was much more than what we had seen. So Kilmer came out more of an aggressive Batman as a fighter from the beginning.
One of the scene that went in my head immediately looking at this fight is, of course, the opening scene, but specifically when like Kilmer just does that roundhouse kick and kicks that guy right in the face. Like it's like Arkham games totally took that kick right, right from Kilmer.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's our first side of our bracket, round 1 done.
Ooh.
Next one,
Next round.
Glenn versus the Batfleck.
Oh.
I forget about Glenn sometimes.
Wait, who's Glenn again?
From Titans.
Oh.
What's funny is his Bruce Wayne, though you can argue because it's kind of for most of the time, it's a
Yeah.
Dick Grayson mental thing.
Yeah.
But his Batman is shown to be aggressive, but I just feel like it's two different things that don't line up. But Glenn versus the Batfleck, Brian.
Taylor Brown.
Glenn killed Joker. Right? Yeah, he killed Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's barely in the Batsuit. He's old as F. He's one of the worst Batman, if not the worst live action Batman. If you can even say he's live action Batman because he's never in the suit.
I will take OnStar over him.
When we get to that battle,
I will watch a whole movie of OnStar Batman versus ever watching in my head canon, and I will fight this. In my head canon, he's Alfred pretending to be Bruce because Bruce is missing.
I remember that. Yeah, this is Batfleck all day, all night.
Solomon.
I mean, you saw how much damage Batfleck did to Superman. He punched that guy in the face so hard, but he also had the armor suit on.
He sent this guy back to Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
James. I don't even have to ask James. I already know the answer.
What Batfleck?
Yeah, I mean it is Batfleck.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what the I definitely feel he's definitely more of a powerhouse, and he's clearly done some it's very much like Arkham movements and behavior. Like it's pretty wild, the type of stuff that they had Batfleck doing that nobody else has done in live action. So I feel like he's definitely got the edge, even though, you know, Glenn at some point was part of the Justice League in that universe. What did they accomplish? We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they cut out the big Batman scene that was supposed to be in Titans. They cut it out. We only see it kind of as a nightmare thing. So Batfleck wins. All right, next one. Mazouz versus the Birds of Prey Batman.
Oh, it's hilarious.
This one will be fun. So,
It is.
Shit kebabs.
I'm gonna take point on this one. All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go with Mazouz because I only try to pick one image for the battles, but like, you know, he had his proto Batman suit as Bruce Wayne, where he did do more fighting as Bruce Wayne. And in this Birds of Prey, we just see Batman swoop down, kiss Catwoman, and then die. So I'm going with Mazouz.
And that kiss impregnated her, like, immediately.
There's a kiss from a rose.
Ooh.
All right, we're going backwards.
Just because he's wearing the same suit.
His is I think it's the majority of Kilmer's, but I think there was a different, it might have been the Clooney bodysuit too, but it was a different actor. So it wasn't even the same actor as the OnStar. So I couldn't even rationalize putting him in, like, as the same person. Like, it's a different actor. So I was like, well, all right.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, James, your pick.
Cole.
I mean, you put up a fight, an argument about it. I don't remember much of Birds of Prey, and, you know, Mazouz is just getting started. Plus, he's got a lot of years of fighting, so I'll go Mazouz.
Okay. Solomon.
I was Birds of Prey, but now I say Mazouz. Yeah.
You can say whatever you want. That's the fun of this.
Yeah, I picked Mazouz.
Okay, Brian.
This is a really good one. Birds of Prey looks better, but this is a fight here. I have to go with Mazouz because he's spent all that time kind of already dealing with his villains. He's already kind of like primed his mind. Gotham, such a great show, except the finale was more of a pilot, but yeah, I mean, I thought that Mazus was an amazing Bruce. He looked like Bruce. He looked like young Bruce
Yes.
in my head. As he gets older, I wouldn't mind seeing him play Bruce one more time.
I would love
Like-
he's in my back pocket of like this surprise if they ever did like a Batman Beyond like later on, because like after Keaton and all that everyone
Yeah.
like and no one's thinking about it, then boom, you cast him like down the road or something like
How old
that.
is he now? 25?
He's in his like mid-20s, I think.
So he's primed to play Batman now.
Like I think he would be
If James Gunn brought Mazus to be your no,
Dude,
because
that-
you need an older Batman.
No, you wouldn't have to. I mean, you could play around with it. Like,
I
but all
don't
right,
know.
all right, all
I
right.
don't
So,
know.
so
I
the-
want to see him come back as Batman.
here we go. The last of our reference rounds. Ready?
Yeah.
Of the bracket. Pattinson versus Clooney.
Ooh,
Oh God.
Brian, Pattinson versus Clooney.
Clooney's got the nipples, and Clooney's got the credit card, where he can just charge anything to it. He has no limit on it, so he could buy somebody to beat up Pattinson.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
But yeah, totally Mr. Vengeance over here. I mean,
Vengeance.
he's got gadgets on the gauntlets. He's more of the Scott Snyder Batman, which we love, of course. Hell yeah, Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
Give me a pound.
Right there, James. Virtual fist.
Yeah, and like Clooney is basically Adam West Batman if you add nipples and maybe a little bit of steroids.
I pointed out to Jania today, Adam West's costume had nipples. They just were his actual nipples poking through it.
Oh, that suit was 100% West.
Because
That's
you can
funny,
see,
right?
on
Yeah,
the Blu-ray,
100%.
like, those Blu-ray high def, you can see it like
Yeah, you should.
every time. I'm like, see, that's
Sure
where
can.
Schumacher got it. All right,
That's
Solomon,
funny.
Pattinson versus Clooney.
This is easy. Pattinson.
All right, we got one for Pattinson.
Because
Because of the wonderful things he does.
yes, because he adds so much gadgets. Like he can just pop out like a
I mean, arguably,
What-
Clooney'd have more gadgets.
He might,
maybe-
but all right, James, your pick.
I'm going with Pattinson. He fought a lot of battles, a lot of hard people, guns and all kinds of stuff. Very intense, very aggressive. I think he'd go right at Clooney, and
He took a bomb to the face.
I will
He
say,
got hit by a bridge in a car.
I say Pattinson because he has that fire and aggression, and we see that when like he's fighting everybody. Like he just, and I mean, the first time I watched that trailer and they do that scene where the guy comes at him and he just and then looks up, I was like, all right.
the thing that happened
hits him like 13 times in 8 seconds.
when
That's
we,
one of those scenes I like to go back and watch over and over. Like just
when we saw the Batman, when he took out his bat symbol and flew it in the air, I'm like, holy crap! That's some cool stuff.
all right.
That was just awesome.
So here we go. Now that's okay. So that's the end of like my reference. I just made reference because it's the first round. So now we're just going to be looking at our bracket here. And so now our next round.
Oh, you can move that over there by the chat, under the chat, so it's not blocking the bracket.
Oh, you're good.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Okay, we have OnStar versus Conroy. Go, Brian.
Conroy.
Okay, Solomon. OnStar versus Conroy.
Conroy.
James.
Conroy.
All right, Conroy advance. All right, next one. Keaton versus Kilmer. Brian.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Keaton.
Now, okay, I'm not opposed to. I am going to say we can factor in thinking of how Keaton was in The Flash. So I mean, that was a much more That's the most fighting in action he's ever done as Batman.
And he was 70s.
I
Yeah.
know he knows it's Stuntman, but yeah. Okay, Solomon, Keaton versus Kilmer.
Kilmer.
Oh, James.
Keaton.
Ah,
Like I say, you factor in the Flash, what he did there. I mean, yeah, Kilmer did a lot. He did similar things, but certainly not to the degree that that Keaton eventually did in the Flash. And he fought a large grouping of armed men. Like, it was like after the warehouse scene, that's like a standard. Like, he has to be able to do that to measure up.
okay. I think I'm gonna have to go Keaton because
So we don't have a tie.
well, if we
But
have
Kilmer
a,
did fight a lot of guys, but it was
if we
just
have
like
a
a lot of
tie,
Flip the two-faced coin.
we flip the
Yeah.
two.
Heck
nice.
All right, so we have Keaton as the winner there. All right. So now
Because I might have
Batfleck.
gone with Kilmer there before you brought up
the Flash.
the Flash. It didn't even register because he was there.
Next bracket is Batfleck versus Mazeus. Brian.
Everybody want to
He was a nice
unanimously wanna say,
kid.
unanimously? Everybody want to say it?
He was a nice kid.
Right, ready? Batfleck. raise your hand.
Batfleck.
You know,
He said he was a nice kid.
one of my favorite parts that we had in Gravely Amusing's Batman Day podcast. Check it out on YouTube. Is when we're looking at Batfleck being people, and we're just like, he did.
There's no coming back from that. Okay, so
But this was a nice kid.
Battinson wins the next one by a bye because, as you can see, there's no one under there. So, and I scraped and tried to find. Like, I wanted to try to make this, as full a bracket as
You
possible.
know what you could have thrown in there?
What?
The Batman that accepted the Hollywood Walk of Fame the other day.
I thought about. Wasn't there like a reference? Like there was a different actor for like one of the specials, but he was playing Adam West as Batman. It was supposed to be Adam West as Batman, but it was like for a special and it was a different one. I thought about that, but then I couldn't find someone else to pair him with. So I was like, nah, it's supposed to be the same version.
Yeah.
So I tossed it out.
That's
Okay,
I bet video games.
here we go. Ready? Conroy v. Keaton.
What?
Brian.
I'm gonna go with Keaton because Keaton had more movement flexibility, and he was still whooping butt, even though he was rusty after so many years. Like he's still kicking butt and Flash, and going against
Rusty fighting
Kryptonians,
on
even though he was in
Kryptonian.
the Batplane. Yeah, I have to go with Keaton.
All right, Solomon.
Keaton.
Okay. James.
Oh man, that's a tough one. You know what I mean? Because like they really close the gap on like their worlds. You know what I mean? The things that they're able to do. But
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, coming back older. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Conroy.
See, this is tough.
In that convoy.
It's Keaton versus Conroy. They're both older. Keaton's done things. I think Conroy would be vicious towards Keaton.
But would he win?
I think they both fight to the death.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, you can go with Conroy, and we can flip a coin for it.
We could do that.
Let the coin decide on on that
Oh,
one, 2 and
oh.
2, and let the coin decide.
All right, this is going to be a coin toss. Let's see.
All right,
I'm
Make
pulling.
sure you say some type of two-face line.
All right.
Oh, it's left his chance.
So, tails is Keaton, heads is Conroy as the winners. Okay,
I'll hold this for you.
Okay,
I'll
hold it.
this for you.
here we go. Fortune smiles. Another day of beer and roses. Heads.
Fortune smiles. All right.
Who won that one, guys?
Conroy.
Conroy.
Was heads.
Conroy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So the next one is the one I really didn't think about. It's Batfleck versus Battinson.
Oh crap!
This kid.
Holy crap!
Oh crap! Oh gee willikers!
I'm still
Oh, gee, really crap!
I'm still gonna go with Batfleck. Brian, what are your thoughts?
What was it? Batfleck versus who?
Batfleck and Battinson.
I'm gonna have to go with Batfleck.
Solomon,
Madison.
you're gonna go with Battinson.
Yeah, you're so cool.
James,
Batfleck.
all right, Batfleck won. Solomon. I just my thing is
Now
Batfleck.
that Keaton's out of it, I mean I know who's gonna win. Yeah.
I'm just saying Batfleck, 20 years in Gotham, still doing it. And I mean, looking at context clues in the films, is brutal and fighting as Pattinson is. He hasn't killed anybody. And I think push comes to shove, you got brutal Batfleck out there like
I disagree. Kill those truck drivers chasing after the penguin.
Yeah, right.
Benja? All right. So we're down to it, guys. We are down to it. We have Conroy, live action Conroy versus Batfleck.
Yep.
Brian.
I think it's not really that hard for me. I think I'm gonna have to go with Batfleck.
Okay. Solomon.
Batfleck because a lot of pains that I can't explain right now because it'll be
Because of reasons.
Reasons. James.
I mean, honestly, it is a tough call. I'm gonna go with Batfleck, but I could see anybody making an argument for Conroy like has been made previously, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we have made the arguments, I think, but let's factor in. Look where we're at, guys. The two Batmen who supposedly have both fought Superman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Conroy was left in traction, basically.
Yeah, and we know that Batfleck would have just if we hadn't got our Martha scene and Lois,
Why'd you say that name?
would have just stabbed Superman,
Yeah, sure.
and he would have walked away like.
He
pretty
wouldn't have had a sandwich.
spry. So I'm going with Batfleck. So our ultimate winner tonight is the Batfleck, and I wish I would have had like an image to pull up real fast, but of the Batman battle breakdown. That was a good bracket. That was some good conversation.
That was good.
That was good
Yeah.
stuff. So, all right.
I had fun.
If we put every Batman in a room, Batfleck is walking out. All
Oh,
I
right.
mean,
the warehouse
honestly,
scene.
standing next to any one of them, he is the biggest, the bulkiest. He's got the most impressive fight scene in out of any of them.
Yes.
So he has a capability, gadgets, size, strength, agility. Like he is a very well-rounded and powerful Batman.
Now here's the thing: what if all the other Batmans teamed up against Batman?
Right.
Oh,
Well,
there's-
if it's a bracket, if it's tournament style, maybe if you throw them all in a room, they would definitely overpower him. But
Yeah.
all right.
Who's
I
the
think we
ultimate
I
winner?
think we had some good conversations. You know, I mean, there's some pairings I think would have been interesting to see. in different ways. Like, you know, put Birds of Prey versus OnStar, put you know, Wilson versus Lowry, you know, some stuff like that. Bale versus Pattinson, but
Who do you think the weakest out of all of them?
The weakest Batman?
Yeah,
it would be Lowry versus Wilson. It's a toss up.
it would be that.
But happy Batman Day. This was our
Happy Batman
bracket.
Day.
You guys enjoy. Let us know your thoughts in the comment.
All right.
James, glad to see you.
Good to see you as well, sir. Good to see all of your smiling faces.